Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Beata and I'm thrilled to have you here. This channel is all about diving into the exciting world of business management systems, sustainability, environmental management, and quality management. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into the essential topic of environmental management. We will be talking about environmental aspects. Whether you are a business owner or someone interested in sustainability, this video will provide you with valuable insights. So, if you are ready to learn, like, share and subscribe for more content. Let's get started. The foundation of every effective environmental management system is the management of environmental aspects. An environmental aspect refers to any element of an organization's activities, products, or services that has or may have an impact on the environment. From emissions to resource consumption, these aspects play a crucial role. The management of environmental aspects is the basis for the functioning of an environmental management system. The management of environmental aspects consists of three core elements: identification, assessment, and taking action in order to minimize the negative effects of the environmental aspects. The journey begins with identification. This is the first step in environmental aspects management. Let's see how organizations undertake this vital process. In the initial step, organizations determine all the environmental aspects they can control directly or indirectly. Emissions may be an example of the environmental aspect. This may include greenhouse gas emissions, dust emissions, odors or fumes. The consumption of resources such as water, electricity, fuels, and oils may be an environmental aspect as well. The environmental aspect can be an input to processes. Examples of such aspects can be raw materials, semi-products, and chemicals. But as well, environmental aspects can be output from the processes. For example, products, which ultimately become waste, packaging, production waste, wastewater or sewage. Environmental aspects can be related to the production activity. Examples of such aspects are machinery, spare parts, consumables, and personal protective equipment. Also, environmental aspects can be related to administrative activities. Examples of such aspects are electronic equipment, printing toners, or paper. Most aspects are related to the normal operation of the organization, but it is also necessary to identify emergency aspects. These may be leakages or fire gas emissions. And it is also necessary to identify aspects related to unusual situations or special activities. Examples of such aspects can be aspects during renovation projects, new product introduction or other special circumstances. For example, waste packaging from paints and varnishes. When identifying environmental aspects, you should always take into account past, present and future activities. Future activities are those related to planned projects, modifications or new product introductions. During the identification of environmental aspects, we should consider the entire product life cycle, from design to disposal. We shall consider direct aspects and indirect aspects. Direct environmental aspects are related to the activities, products and services over which your organization has direct control. And indirect aspects are aspects on which your organization may have some influence, resulting, for example, from relations with third parties, such as suppliers. An important difference between EMAS and ISO 14001 is that EMAS strongly requires the identification of both types of aspects, direct aspects and indirect aspects. Techniques like life cycle assessment help define these aspects comprehensively. It is not surprising that most of the environmental aspects harm the environment, at least to some degree. However, there are also some examples of positive environmental aspects, such as tree planting. With aspects identified, it is time to assess their impact. Not all aspects are equal. Some have more significant impacts on the environment than others. Let's explore the assessment process. First of all, you shall define criteria for assessing environmental aspects in order to determine which aspects have a significant impact on the environment. All identified environmental aspects shall be assessed. When assessing the environmental aspects, we should take into account normal operating conditions as well as emergency and special conditions. We have to choose criteria for the assessment on our own and document it. Different criteria may be used by different organizations. When selecting criteria, you can consider, for example, legal requirements, severity of the impact, duration of the impact, frequency of impact, The area of influence, if the aspect is local, regional, or global, environmental sensitivity, reversibility of changes in the environment, including cost and difficulty of changes and restoring the environment back to its previous state, probability of occurrence, opinions of interested parties and impact on the social perception of the organization, activities related to public procurement or purchasing processes, and finally processes such as design, development, production, distribution, maintenance, use, reuse, recycling, and disposal. Methods such as FLIPO that consider flow, legislation, impact, practices, and opinions can be used for the evaluation of the environmental aspects. FLIPO method requires scoring each aspect using the 5 criteria and then summing the points. Each environmental aspect can get from 5 up to 15 points. The more points the individual aspect gain, the more significant it is considered. To differentiate significant aspects from non-significant, you can define a threshold. For example, if the sum is equal or more than 8 or in case any of the criteria was scored 3 points, then the aspect is considered significant. Or you can use the Pareto method and decide that 20% of aspects achieve most points are significant. Now, let's move to the final step, which is taking action. Once significant aspects are identified, they must be managed and improved through a robust environmental management system. This requires careful planning, allocation of resources, and clear responsibilities. Goals and objectives come into play, ensuring continuous improvement. I would like to invite you to listen to other episodes on this channel. In particular, episodes 7, 8 and 10 are devoted to performance monitoring and planning goals, targets and objectives. If you found this video insightful, remember to like, share and subscribe for even more in-depth knowledge. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, have a fantastic day and take care.